I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you.
Trying to make sure y'all can see me because I'm trying something different, and you tell me if the light is too much. The light that's in the bathroom is kind of orange and I don't like the way it looks, but I needed a video for today. I didn't vlog majority of the weekend because I was like focused on trying to get my blog situated because I haven't blogged in a while. And if you haven't checked out my blog, the link will be down in the description box. And yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. Don't judge me. It's gonna be uncut, raw, and everything. But there's a couple things that I do want to talk about. I kind of like the background, like this black. There we go. This black background that my mother. Well, it's a shower curtain, but my mother-in-law has this background, and it's kind of cute. But I wanted to do a quick update on what's been going on and what are their plans for the future and stuff like that. We've been at my mother-in-law's house for about 2 weeks now, and I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of how things going. Lately I've just been vlogging and updating you guys about the kids in school and all that mess, but I did wanted to update you guys on what's going on with our living situation, me getting a job, or what I'm going to plan on doing about a job or whatever the case may be. And then I also wanted to let you guys know that I started a channel for Akina. I know somebody commented on one of my old videos about Akina's drawings, and they wanted to see more of her videos, and I mean more of her drawings, and so I created her a channel. She wanted to do Littlest Pet Shop, I think it's called. I'm not up to date on the kids' toys these days. I'm not. I'm just gonna be honest. But I'm gonna create another channel for all the kids collectively. I had been getting a lot of companies and brands emailing me to send me toys for the kids in exchange for videos, but I don't want to put them on this channel. I don't feel comfortable with that because I've mentioned to you guys before that I'm not really into sponsor videos. I'm not saying I would never do them, but at the same time I'm not saying that I would do them for this channel because I don't want my channel to be unauthentic. I want them to be real and genuine. I don't feel comfortable getting paid for a product review or a video, or a sponsored video just to mention a company or a brand, and I really don't feel as if I genuinely like it or use it. Like, I'm not, that's just not who I am. If you've been following me or if you've known me for years, because I do have people on here that I grew up with, that I've known, or are actually on my Facebook page. I also have people that watch me that I went to school with, in high school with. If you've been following me for years, especially on Facebook, you know that I've done product reviews. I've hosted parties for houseparty.com. I've done tons of sponsored videos, especially when it comes to the kids' toys and everything like that. And I kind of stopped doing that, and that's because I've been doing blogging and all this crap, social media and all this, for 10 years. And I feel like with the amount of views that I get every month, I get about 13 views a month for my channel, and my blog, it doesn't get as much as it used to because I pretty much stopped blogging for like the past year and a half. But before I stopped, I was getting about like 150,000 views a month on my blog. And I feel like now at this point in my life, with the amount of skills and knowledge and ability to be able to bring in the amount of exposure to these brands and companies, I want to get paid for it. I don't feel as if a product review is enough compensation in return for me. So I feel like instead I'm going to create a whole nother channel for the kids, specifically for them to do their toys and for them to do like whatever vlogs that they want to do. Because my channel is not a family channel. I've mentioned that before, and I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not a family channel. I share my kids and I talk about my kids, and I talk about my day-to-day life, and I vlog about what's going on in my day-to-day life, but I'm not going to sit here and say that this is a family channel. I curse. There's going to be topics that I talk about that are controversial, and not politically correct, and very uncomfortable. I know some people didn't like the video that I posted about us asking for the GoFundMe, and to be honest, like, for me, it wasn't really about the GoFundMe. I mean, I didn't expect any help. My thing about expectations is that if you put a lot of expectations on things, you get disappointed, and I didn't have any expectations when I put that video out there. My expectations by making that video was to spread awareness about homelessness and disabled vets and homeless vets. It had nothing to do with actually asking for money. That's why I didn't really ask for you guys to donate money. I was telling you guys to share the video. It was more so to share the video and to spread awareness about it. And in my heart, I'm still feeling as if that's important to me. We are nowhere near stable or ready in my mind, or in your guys' perception, or in your mind of what you consider to be ready or stable, if that makes sense. Our plans right now is that we're staying with Leon's mom until we can get assistance, or I get a job, or whatever the case may be. I put out tons of applications, and every single one that I keep getting back, they say, unfortunately, at this time, we're not going to continue with you. I've had a couple of interviews, and they'll send me an email back saying, unfortunately, they're not going to pick me. I'm not entirely upset about it, because on my resume, I actually have put down my blog so that there wouldn't be any discrepancies about why I'm not working, or why I haven't worked in chunks at a time, because I want to say 2013, from 2013 to 2016, I didn't work, and that's because I had some legal issues, and I'll do a story time about that, which was withholding me from being able to get employment. And really, it wasn't really like a push for me to get employment, because at the time Leon was working and he was making really good money at the time, but at the same time, I couldn't get a job. So for 3 years, I wasn't able to work. So during that 3 years, I was babysitting, and I was also doing the blogging thing, and I was doing social media, and I was considered a social media influencer. And so I put that on my resume, that for those 3 years, this is what I was doing. And it kind of worked out in my favor, because, well, now it's not working out in my favor, but the times that I'm not working, I'm not just sitting around not doing anything. I'm actually working my ass off. To some people, it may not appear that way, and me and Leon's mom were talking about some incidents that happened years ago, and it kind of makes sense that why people would assume that blogging and YouTube is not a real job, or why being a social media manager is not considered a real job, because you basically sit at home and you're on social media, and to some people it may look like you have no life, you don't do anything with yourself, but when there's money involved, it's a job. To do a YouTube video, it takes me about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how long the video is, how much footage I have, if I have the kids here, the baby and everything. So it depends on how long it takes me. If I do a video that's about 30 minutes long, it can take me about a good 4, 5, 6 hours to edit it, import, edit, upload, and then do the thumbnail, and then share it on social media and everything. So, like, doing all this is a lot of work. To do a blog post, it can take me about 2 hours to do. Same thing with that. Like, I have to find pictures or take pictures if depending on what the content is about, and then I have to edit the pictures and do the, it's not a thumbnail, but it's considered, like, what you would equate to a thumbnail on YouTube is what you would consider as, like, the picture, the blog post, image and stuff like that, the main image for the blog post. And it can take me a couple hours to do that. When I do my social media management and when I'm promoting and advertising and all that, that can take me about 4 hours to do, because I'm not just sitting on there talking to people, but I'm also promoting it and doing advertisements, and I have to do research. I have to do Google Trend research. I have to do AdWords research. I have to do response to other people, and it's a lot of work. So my issue right now with me being able to get a job is the kind of skills and the knowledge and the experience that I have, and it kind of worked out in my favor in a sense, because I've built amazing relationships and connections with people that have agreed to be a reference or to be a I don't even know what the word is. Like, say if you know how you have an employer and you're like, oh, well, can we contact that employer to, I guess to ask questions or whatever. And those are those people, especially if they were just a public relations agent, or if they were a marketing agent for that company or brand. I've built amazing relationships with them to where they're like, if you ever need anything, they'll email me. Like the last couple weeks, they emailed me and said, if you need any references or anything, you can use me as if you would like. And I use them as references, and I think that is why I'm not able to get a job right now, is because of the fact that I've had built amazing relationships over the years with brands and companies, and with people in those levels of, in that level of, I can't even think. But yeah, like, I think that's the reason why I'm struggling to get a job right now, is because I revamped my whole resume and I added those people on my resume as a reference. And to go from working in fast food to retail, call center work, customer service, and then when I worked at one department store, I was not just a customer service or a cashier, but I was also doing the displays, and I was working with vendors and everything like that. So, like, my skill sets and my experience is probably why I'm struggling to get a job. And I'm not upset about it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I was upset about it, but like now I'm not upset about it, because I was talking to a couple of people, including a couple of my friends that I worked with in the past on the projects. And Jalissa, me and her, we talked earlier before, and she was saying that I should go back to school. And I've tried to go back to school so many times. When I first met Leon, I was working for a law firm as a paralegal, and I hated it. It just wasn't for me. It's not that I didn't like what I was doing, I just didn't like the environment. And it's not saying like the people I work with, because the people I worked with were amazing. They were so nice and everything, and it was just an internship job. I wasn't getting paid for it, but the amount of stress that comes into working in the law aspect of things is not fun. The amount of work that goes into it is not fun, and I commend anybody that goes for their bar exam, or for anybody that works in law. I commend you, because it's not easy work. So I tried to get my criminal justice degree, and that didn't work out. Then I went back to school, but I did online schooling for business management, and that didn't work for me. And I tried again to go back to school for communications, mass communications and journalism, and that didn't work. My problem is that just the same way as if you work for yourself, there's nobody that's forcing you to do anything. And my issue with the last time I went to school was that when I was doing online schooling, somebody was copying my work and plagiarizing it, and it pretty much discouraged me, because I went to somebody, and I went to one of the teachers or the professors, and I said something, and I felt like nothing was done. And so I don't feel like online school is going to work for me, because I need something to make me feel obligated to do it. I have to feel like my arm's being twisted and I'm being forced to do it. And that's because I have to, if I don't enjoy doing something, I have to feel like I'm obligated, or as if I have to be there. And if I don't feel that way, then I'm not going to do it. So if I do go back to school to get my degree, I would have to go to a college campus. And the community college that's here, they have the class that I'm looking for in order to get my degree, and it's only 18 months. With that being said, I think my problem with going to school also entails with the fact that I will have to relearn everything that I already know, or basically pay for a class out of my own pocket, or whether if I qualify for grants or not, I would have to pay for me to go to school for something that I already know, and I just think it kind of sucks that I have to do that, just to get a piece of paper to state that I know what I know, even though I already have proof, which is my blog and my YouTube channel, to show that I actually know what I'm doing. I actually have other proof with other clients and everything like that, screenshots of their stats and everything, but for me, it's kind of frustrating that I have to go to school and pay for this. And then I also have, like, say if I can't qualify for that, I have to take out loans, and I already have loans that I'm paying for, and I feel like, you know, I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I think it's just bullshit that we have to collect an amount of debt in order for us to get a degree, only for us not to be able to get a job that they claim is available for us. Because I know a lot of people, they get their degree and then they can't get a job, and that's the part that scares me, I think, in a sense. Like, that's the fear that I have in my back of my mind, is that if I put my effort into going to school and doing the work and everything that I need to do, and where the money comes from for me to be able to pay for it, and then I graduate and get my degree, and then I put myself out there to try to apply for a job and nobody takes me. That's the part that I'm kind of fearful of, because I don't want to pursue something that I'm already doing now and I'm already getting paid for, and to put myself on a next pedestal only for me to get shot down, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's just like a fear that I have within myself. So that's something I'm considering. I don't know if I'm even going to do it. I don't know I don't know. I'm considering it, and then, like, I have a lot of fears, and then I have a lot of worries. On top of it, if I go back to school, I still have to put in consideration of work, because in the meantime, I have to make some kind of income for my family. Whether if it's through YouTube, blogging, the social media management business that I do, or whether if I get a 9-to-5. The issues that I've had in the past with doing that is that whenever I get a job, I either work third shift, or when I was working first shift, it's too much for me to balance. So for me to work and then try to do YouTube and try to blog and try to do social media management, and then on top of it go to school, it's a lot for me to balance, and it's hard for me to balance. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it's easy, and I know a lot of you guys are like, well, there's tons of people that do it. Not many people put themselves out there in that sense. There's a lot of people that go to school and then work and then have a family. That's not a big deal. But to work, go to school, have a business, and do YouTube and blogging, that's not something that many people do. And my thing is that I fear, like I said, like, this is all my fears of what I'm feeling, is that I fear that I'm gonna put something on the back burner, and I feel like I'm afraid to I don't want to put something on the back burner just because I don't have the time. When I first started doing this, before, because I wasn't doing YouTube, but when I first started blogging and doing online marketing and social media management and all that, I was working 16 hours a day, and that has nothing to do with my full-time job, because at the time I was working a full-time job at a call center, and I was doing online marketing, and I actually was going to school at the time, and I was doing the blogging and all this, and I was doing 16 hours just on the blogging, YouTube, and social media, and then go to work for 8 hours. I barely had time to sleep, because I would go to work and be up until 4 or 5 o'clock, and then get up at 7, 8 o'clock to take the kids, Akina to school, because she was in kindergarten at the time, and then do the social media thing, and then do it all over again. And that was very overwhelming for me. I feel like once the kids started going to school, things started getting more hectic because the schedules were conflicting with each other. It was easier when they were home and when they were smaller, because I wasn't forced to leave the house and go take them someplace, and I wasn't forced to put them into programs, or they didn't have after school programs or clubs or anything like that. So now that the kids are in school, it makes things a little harder, because I do want to invest in my kids' future and their likes and dislikes. Akina, she wants to do art club, so like whatever it requires for her to do art club, whether if I have to buy the supplies, the art supplies for her, I want that for her, if that makes sense. And then, the boys, if they want to do Lego club, and that means I have to buy Legos, or I have to pay for them to join those programs, and then I have to put time aside to go pick them up, and it's a lot. And if you're a mom, you understand the struggle. If you're a mom that has a business and you're working to go to school, or if you're going to school and you have a job and you have kids, you understand the struggle. And I think for me, saying this out loud and the fact that I have these fears is going to help me, because I know I'm going to be held accountable to it, because I put it out there for everybody to see. But in a way, it's just so nerve-wracking. But I don't know what we're going to go from here. I know that I was talking to the oldest. I know some people have concerns about her seeming like she's depressed or sad or something. We had a conversation about things, and she's not depressed. She's not miserable or anything. That's just her personality. I've talked to her about it and talked about what it is that she expects and what she wants and everything like that. And I've asked her millions of questions, and I'm that parent that's annoying, because I will ask my kids, like, if somebody touched them or if somebody was fucking with them, you know what I mean? So, like, nothing's like that going on. But the one thing that we did discuss was about her doing a YouTube channel, and she wants me to be very involved in it. Prior to me starting her YouTube channel, I would just give her the camera and be like, here you go, do whatever you want to do. And then I never got around to uploading it, her videos. But she wants me to be very involved in it. So that's something that's like going to be our little project just for me and her, so that we can have our own quality time. Being the fact that she's the oldest, I know sometimes she probably feels like I don't give a shit about her sometimes, but I feel like having her to have her own separate channel away from the other kids will help her, in a sense, to feel like she's her own individual and not just the oldest of 5, if that makes sense. So, yeah. I think that's all I need to update with you guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk about how I was feeling, what's going on, what we plan on doing in the future. I was telling my oldest, I asked her, remember how all the houses that we had, there was always an issue with the house, and we always end up having to move from the house. And I told her, we might not be able to get a house, because I don't want to put my oomph into a house and nobody gives a shit, and the landlord doesn't care and doesn't want to update the house or fix anything in the house. So, she understands, and I told her if we do end up getting an apartment, I'll make sure that she has her own space, her own little area, so that she can escape from her siblings. And if we do get a house, it probably won't be in the city. I'll probably end up putting my foot in my ass to get us out of the city, because I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in the city. But besides all that, right now it looks like I might be going back to school. I don't know if I like that idea. I'm still like, I have mixed emotions about it, and I've talked about this on my Instagram about going back to school and everything. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you need to get your butt over there and follow me. Leon's Instagram is also basically his first last name, and that's basically his Instagram. And so yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram, like, about us. My Twitter is a combination. I share a lot on Twitter, but I don't really hold conversations on Twitter or really talk about things on Twitter like that. I'm also trying to update my Facebook page as well. So if you're not following us on social media, I highly suggest it. I have a Snapchat, but I never use it. I don't even know how to use Snapchat. I know how to use it, but like, for me, I feel like because I vlog all day, every day, it's kind of hard for me to do like the Snapchat updates. Same thing with Instagram stories and Facebook stories. It's kind of hard to do that because I'm constantly vlogging. So I feel like if I vlog the information, like if I vlog about my day, some of the things that I will post on Insta stories or whatever, it just, like, I don't know, it just takes away from the vlog, and it will be no point of having a vlog. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some suggestions, and if you do, leave them down in the comment section. Also, if you guys want to see other stories, if you guys have any content ideas, let me know in the comment section as well. I'm trying to do more things of what it is that you guys want to do. I know some people want to do a budgeting video, but our life is just crazy. I'm still trying to catch up on bills from before we left Maryland, and I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to get our stuff out of storage from down in Maryland, which is a headache and a half, because that means we have to get a U-Haul, and then I have to get another storage unit up here. Yeah, it's crazy right now. But besides all that, if you guys have any suggestions on what videos you guys want to see, I've been talking to the kids about doing challenges, like food challenges and mukbangs and stuff like that, and Andrea and Justice seem to be the main ones that are interested in doing that. I don't know if I'm able to put them on this channel or on their channel. If you guys will be interested in that, let me know, because I noticed that there was like a 100 chicken nugget challenge that the kids were asking me about, and a taco challenge. They watch YouTube, but they don't really watch like the channels that I watch. They like to watch anime on YouTube, and they'll watch toys, other kids watching playing toys, and they'll do challenges and stuff like that. But yeah, so give me some ideas so I can pump out videos and content for you guys, and give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. There's no point of you not being subscribed. Like, you're here for a reason, and we would like for you to join the family, so why not? Yeah, so subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload. It'll just make your life so much easier whenever I upload, because sometimes YouTube does not give me information when somebody uploads, and it annoys me. So the people that I really enjoy watching, I do hit the notification bell so that I'm well aware of when they upload, regardless if they upload every day or once a week or twice a week. It just makes my life easier, because then I don't have to cipher through the whole feed to look for somebody's video when sometimes it's not even there. And if you did hit the notification bell, let me know in the comment section, and I'll give you a shout out. And if you're wondering why my eyes are so squinty, it's because it's bright ass light. Ugh, it's so bright. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and